Whoever came up with this title, give this guy a freaking raise. Tell me how this is not awesome. Astronaut. Astronaut.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love.
God, this is so tough. How much do we not want this rocket to return to Earth?
And real astronauts are extremely intelligent scientists who've been tested to the limits of their physical and mental fitness. But this was really not women in space. It was stupid people in space. This was the lowest IQ space crew that has ever been launched from Earth.
6 celebrity women, including Gayle King, Katy Perry, and Lauren Sanchez, who is the plastic fiance of Jeff Bezos, took a Blue Origin rocket into space on a trip that lasted from takeoff to touchdown less than 12 minutes in total.
Imagine the scene. Pop icon, turned self-styled cosmic trailblazer Katy Perry, has barely swept the last flecks of stardust from her sparkling flight helmet when Springfield's favorite yellow family crashes the party, dashing her newfound swagger as if a stray asteroid barreled straight into a backyard birthday bash. 1 minute, she's beaming for the cameras beside the gleaming Blue Origin rocket, soaking up a morning show host's bubbly praise. Welcome aboard, astronaut, and flashing a victory salute. The next, the Simpsons' irreverent world is rolling out an episode cheekily titled Flighty Katie, in which a bubblegum, haired doppelgänger named Chantus hurtles into suborbital nothingness for fewer heartbeats than it takes Homer to nuke a burrito.
I have no doubt that it was a cool experience. It was not historic or significant in any way, but it was still, I'm sure, cool. More than cool, it must have been profound and quite moving. It's a shame then that it was wasted on a woman with the wisdom and intellectual depth of a newborn poodle.
Social media detonates. Memes multiply like...
Social media erupts into chaos as memes proliferate like tribbles aboard a runaway starship. One inventive user splices the triumphal footage with a clip of some bloke proclaiming, "I rode the bus yesterday. Kneel before your newest Formula 1 champion." Another biting mockery chimes in, "I just nuked a marshmallow, so please, hand over your Michelin star plaques." The ridicule flows without mercy. Snack purveyors pop the champagne in anticipation of a popcorn bonanza. Meanwhile, poor Katie, who'd hoped for thunderous applause after her fearless suborbital ascent, stands awkwardly clutching her commemorative zero-gravity snack pack as the global internet roars in laughter.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Stupid.
Let me tell you right now, Katie, you're officially an astronaut.
I guess I'm a freaking brain surgeon then. I couldn't believe. Wow, I can't believe she even said. How do you even format your lips to say something so stupid?
Resolved to seize back her story, she kicks off an Instagram live at 3 a.m., clad in a glitter-dash flight suit that looks suspiciously like mood ring couture. Her eyes blaze with that signature celebrity rage. Think triple shot espresso meets cosmic angst. "All right, Earth dwellers," she declares, pressing a glossy mission patch to her chest that proclaims, "Commander Perry." I floated in true weightlessness. I beheld the planet's delicate curvature. I ascended beyond your atmosphere. That indisputably crowns me an astronaut. End of discussion. Anyone daring to disagree can rock ET on out of here. Responses pour in at warp speed. "Girl, you were up there less time than my pizza takes to crisp. I swapped out a light bulb yesterday. Title me an electrician." One clever commenter quips, "I identify as Asian, so naturally I am Bruce Lee." The thread detonates with litanies of laughing emojis, and Katie, still clutching her zero-G snack pouch, can only watch as the digital galaxy erupts in mockery.
Right? It's so amazing. Like, they went to see space. We're supposed to see them, right? Like, they admired the universe, and what they were expecting was for us to admire the fact that they were rich enough and famous enough to have been granted this utterly vacuous experience from which they learned absolutely nothing.
Katie's jaw clenches like a steel trap, yet she powers through, revealing her latest brainchild, Space Pop Academy, a 3-day, star-studded boot camp daring to transform any influencer brandishing a platinum card into a bona fide space voyager. For a cool 6-figure fee, participants will ride a zero-G parabola, mug for the gram in a rented pressure suit, and walk away clutching an iridescent diploma personally autographed by Commander Perry herself. "Enrollment is live," she pronounces, voice wavering on a knife's edge between steely resolve and raw panic. "Trust me, gravity is so antiquated." By sunrise, TikTok erupts in a riot of spoofs. A grease-stained mechanic brags, "I pumped gas yesterday. Guess I'm officially a pro-chemical engineer now." A tween brandishes a neon lightsaber with dramatic flair. Jedi Knight status, unlocked. The hashtag, I am now whatever rockets past 1 billion loops before most of America's coffee pots have even finished brewing. Even corporate bigwigs can't resist the frenzy. A toaster brand chimes in. "You warm toast? Congratulations, you've earned your Master Baker certification." And there stands Katie, 0G snack bag in hand, watching her galactic dream collide with earthbound ridicule faster than any booster rocket could lift off.
Worst part is when
there's people starving in other countries and we're clapping and cheering. Like, bro, this is wild. And then Katy Perry steps out, starts kissing the ground. Bro, the stories write themselves. Like, we are living in a Black Mirror episode. Like, what is this, bro?
At the same time, Blue Origin's PR team quietly issues a polite reminder. You only earn astronaut wings by crossing the Kármán line. The internet collectively shrugs. Why fuss over nitty-gritty rules when prestige is on the line? Unfazed, Commander Perry counters with a striking black and white portrait of her helmet, overlaid with an Emily Dickinson snippet about hope drifting among the stars. "Space doesn't define me," she declares. "I define space." Within moments, her post is inundated with 40,000 gleeful eye-roll emojis.
What did these women do? Like, honestly, one is sleeping with a billionaire who created this program and is jetting people, to outer space for like 10 minutes, for as long as like your average YouTube video takes. And they came back and they're like, everything's changed. Is it? Okay. They had nothing to do with any of the engineering.
Little does Katie know, the Simpsons writers have already plotted their next satirical blastoff. In the sequel, aptly named Ground Control to Major Pop, we see an animated Perry hawking her vintage flight helmet on a cartoon auction site with the tagline, "Worn once, brushed the brink of infinity." Bidding wars erupt, until mischievous Bart reminds everyone it never breached the atmosphere, sending the helmet's market value plummeting to the price of a day-old donut. Back on Earth, the mainstream media seizes on the gag, superimposing clips of Katie's teary confession. "I transcended spiritual boundaries," over the Simpsons spoof. Late-night hosts, sensing prime comedic gravity, gleefully compare her mission to simply cracking open a high-rise window. One comic deadpants, "I just hit the 10th floor express. Who's ready to crown me Neil Armstrong?" The studio audience's laughter booms like booster rockets as Commander Perry rockets to worldwide trending, for all the wrong reasons.
Katy Perry was quoted as saying, "We're putting the ass in astronauts." Okay, all right. You go, girl. This is so...
This is why she needs empowering, because she keeps revealing her stupidity like that, and we have to boost her back up.
Refusing to be sidelined by skeptics, Katy Perry announces a flash press event in the cavernous new hangar of her Space Pop Academy. As she makes her entrance, glitter cannons erupt overhead, showering the runway with iridescent sparkles. She's flanked by a squad of influencers sporting sequin-encrusted space boots, and beneath the hangar lights she unveils a stylized emblem, a prismatic rocket trailing a ribbon of musical notes. Then, with trademark flair, she reveals collaborations with high-end fashion houses releasing galaxy print lip gloss in limited runs, alongside her flagship masterclass, Manifest Your Inner Astronaut. Journalists, bristling with tough questions, swarm the podium. Commander Perry, one demands, "How do you counter those who call your space voyage nothing more than a glorified roller coaster?" She arches an impeccably groomed brow and offers a clipped smile. "Elevation is a matter of perspective," she replies coolly. "And last I checked, roller coasters don't breach Mach speeds, darling." Another reporter probes, "What was the actual duration of your flight?" Clenching her jaw, she tilts her head and retorts, "Time is relative," before punctuating the phrase with an emphatic nod to Einstein. At the mention of The Simpsons, her composure flickers. In one swift motion, she taps a console, plunging the hangar into semi-darkness. A cinematic promo floods the screen, depicting her in serene zero-G drift as an orchestral mashup of firework crescendos. Bold letters appear, "Experience Infinity." No cartoon required. Online, comment threads explode. "Time is relative. My microwave begs to differ, quips one. Others post split-screen comparisons of Perry's trajectory and Ohio's famed high-altitude roller coaster loop, highlighting uncanny parallels. Not to be outmaneuvered, Space Pop Academy's freshly minted Twitter feed rallies with motivational gifs of liftoffs set to captions like "Dream Higher." Meanwhile, The Simpsons doubles down on the satire, teasing an upcoming segment where animated Katie challenges Elon Musk to a moonwalk duel, only to find herself disoriented against a green screen backdrop. Meme aficionados cheer the spectacle, and the popcorn stock surges.
It was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
Yeah. What were her findings? That's my question.
Well,
what
she
did she
brought a
learn?
daisy, which is super important. It shows you how quick the flight was. The dead daisy that's like snipped from its life source was still alive or still vibrant.
Yeah, and it's
Look at her. Shout out Daisy.
Wow.
At the heart of the controversy, Katie takes to social media with a passionate post, insisting she's the victim of a cyberbullying campaign led by cosmic gatekeepers, who can't stand a formidable woman daring to rewrite the universe's narrative. Unsurprisingly, this only ignites the blaze further. In response, a veteran NASA engineer pens a courteous open letter reminding everyone that earning astronaut wings isn't about vibes. It demands grueling training regimens, endless simulations, and a willingness to face life-threatening hazards. The missive goes viral, but most readers stop at the headline and quip, "Okay, boomer," before scrolling on. Not to be outdone, Commander Perry kicks off another live stream, this time sporting a glitter-encrusted flight helmet and sipping zero-G coffee from a commemorative mug. Between sips, she accuses satirical cartoonists of misogyny, declares her detractors terrified of progress, and insists that premier space museums immortalize her helmet in their exhibits. Meanwhile, the chat feed explodes with absurd one-liners. "I just changed my car's oil. Someone point me to Daytona, please. I own a goldfish. Address me as Poseidon." And so the sarcasm rockets ever higher, hurtling well past escape velocity.
Than the ground. Thank you, Jesus. Truly, it's like they're right back from Nam. What did they do?
That was one small step for womankind, one giant leap backwards for mankind, as far as I can see.
In the eye of the
Streaming executives, salivating over every new clickbait frenzy, can barely contain their excitement. One major platform has already commissioned a glossy docu-series, Pop Star to Planet Hopper, promising unprecedented, behind-the-scenes access to Commander Perry's upcoming 3-minute lunar-adjacent hop. Pre-sales skyrocket as viewers around the globe press, by out of sheer curiosity, eager to witness the next chapter of this cosmic soap opera. Yet the mockery rolls on unabated. In one particularly brutal coup, a ragtag band of dorm room engineers live streams a makeshift paper airplane competition from their rooftop, self-anointing themselves supreme aeronautical innovators, while brandishing plastic trophies. That cheeky clip explodes into the millions, eclipsing Perry's own teaser trailer almost overnight, and proving that sometimes the jankiest spectacle wins the internet's heart.
5 women went up into space, right? Jeff Bezos, the man who paid for it all, sent his wife up, which tells you something about their marriage, doesn't it? I think he was hoping she wouldn't come back.
I had to come back. I mean, we're getting married. If I didn't come back, that would be a bummer for me.
In the oddball marketplace of modern fame, derision quickly morphs into dollars. Katie's limited edition cosmic lip gloss, branded with tiny rocket ships and shimmering stardust, vanishes from virtual shelves in minutes. Etsy and similar sites erupt with knockoff merch proclaiming, "I touch the edge of space for 30 glorious seconds," or "Commander of suborbital ships." Selfie-obsessed fans don DIY helmets, hair dryers duct taped to plastic bowls, and pose as if they've single-handedly conquered the calm online. Embracing the spectacle, Commander Perry leans fully into the absurd. She drops a pop single titled Zero G Love, its chorus cheekily rhyming rocket with pocket and mock it. Radio DJs spin it in ironic rotation, yet the song rockets up the charts anyway. On Twitter she quips, "Laugh all you want. I'm banking my profits in the Milky Way," complete with a Saturn-shaped winky emoji. Investors smirk, critics roll their eyes, and even some of the most ardent mockers begin to tire of the same old punchlines. Sensing an opportunity to shift the narrative, Perry's team scripts a classic redemption arc. She makes a surprise late-night talk show appearance, trading sequins for a minimalist jumpsuit and pulling her hair into a sleek bun. No glitter cannons, just a single self-deprecating line. Next time I'll float across the sky in a hot air balloon and tell everyone I brushed past Neptune. The host cracks up. The live audience applauds. The tension that once buzzed like static in the air finally softens. Behind the scenes, she pays homage to real astronauts, outlines a new science education initiative, and pledges to funnel Space Pop Academy's proceeds into scholarships. Headlines pivot from schadenfreude to cautious praise. Pop icon turns space spoof into STEM support. Still, the cynics linger in comment threads, waiting for the next stumble. Not to be outdone, The Simpsons delivers its final send-up. Animated Katie swaggers onto a green screen set, plants a selfie stick in faux lunar dust, and thanks NASA for sponsoring my inner child. It's a perfectly timed poke at celebrity spectacle, but after weeks of meme-fueled mania, even the most devoted fans feel a twinge of fatigue. Viewers chuckle, share the clip once or twice, then shift their attention to fresh controversies. The viral whirlwind calms as novelty loses its charge. Spotting the cultural wind dying down, Commander Perry posts a serene sunrise shot taken from Earth's surface. No filters, no pyrotechnics, caption simply, grounded. Grateful. Gearing up. Replies now stream in with genuine hearts and rocket emojis instead of snark. And so we reach re-entry. A pop star turned suborbital hopeful who rode a glitter-streaked rocket of mockery into the public eye, monetized the ridicule, staged a mea culpa-like turnaround, and hinted at shinier missions ahead. Was this a genuine quest for cosmic wonder, an exercise in personal branding, or a bit of both? When a selfie stick planting counts as moon landing, and lip gloss sales rival ticket pre-sales, where do we draw the line between real achievement and PR pageantry? The answer, dear reader, is yours to decide.